Total Preparation Lucknow welcomes you all to its online program.
Friends, in this video we would be discussing the weekly current affairs topics for the period of 25th of July till 31st of July. Let's start with our first question. The Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare recently inaugurated the honey testing laboratory in which state? So the answer to this question is Gujarat. Let's try to understand it in detail. Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar, the Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, inaugurated India's state-of-the-art honey testing laboratory through video conferencing. This lab has been established in Anand, Gujarat by the National Dairy Development Board in collaboration with National Bee Board on 24th of July 2020. This lab will support the vision of the Indian government by providing incentives to the farmers for production and marketing of honey in the form of sweet revolution in the country, and will also help in doubling their income. The National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) has established this world-class laboratory based on the standards set by the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. The FSSAI has also notified new norms for honey, bee wax and royal jelly. Which global organization has recently released the Global Forest Resource Assessment? So this assessment has been released by United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. According to the latest Global Forest Resource Assessment (FRA) released by the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, India ranks third among the top 10 countries in the last decade in increasing forest areas. FAO conducts this comprehensive assessment every fifth year since 1990. This report assesses the level of forests, their conditions and management for all its member countries. According to the report, Asia has recorded the highest net increase in the forest area in 2010-20. The continent of Asia has recorded a net increase of 1.17 million hectares per year in forests over the past decade. In a decade of assessment, India has recorded 0.38% forest profit or 2,66,000 hectares of forest growth on an average each year. FRA 2020 has credited the Joint Forest Management Program of various governments for a significant increase in community managed forests in the Asian continent. It is important to note that the forest area managed by local, tribal and indigenous communities in India has increased from zero in the year 1990 to about 25 million hectares in the year 2015. According to FRA 2020, the naturally regenerating forest rate is disappointing. It was only 0.38% during the year 2010-20. Friends, with this, let's move on to our next question. In which state is the Nag River located? So the Nag River is located in the state of Maharashtra. The Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court has recently expressed concern over the increasing pollution level in Nag River. The city of Nagpur has been named after this river due to industrialization and urbanization. The Nag River is a river flowing through the city of Nagpur in the Indian state of Maharashtra, which is also a part of Kanhan-Pench river system. According to the official records of the British era of 1908, the Nag River originates from the lava hills near Wadi in Maharashtra. Pench River is the main tributary of the left bank of Kanhan River, while the Jam, Kolar and Nag rivers are the main right bank tributaries. Where will the 4th edition of Khelo India Youth Games be organized? So the 4th edition of Khelo India Youth Games is going to be organized in Haryana. On July 25, 2020, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, the Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, and the Chief Minister of Haryana announced the 4th edition of Khelo India Youth Games, which will be held in Panchkula, Haryana after the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Khelo India Youth Games are held in January every year, but this time they have been postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic. Like the previous editions, this time also, Star Sports will be the official broadcaster of the Khelo India Youth Games. It should be noted that Haryana has performed consistently in all the 3 editions of Khelo India Youth Games. The state held second position in the year 2019 with 159 medals, and in the year 2020 with 200 medals. In the year 2018, Haryana achieved first place after winning 102 medals, among which 38 were gold, 26 were silver and 38 were bronze. Which specific product of the Kashmir Valley got the certificate of Geographical Indicator tag? Kashmiri saffron. On 25th of July 2020, a certificate of Geographical Indicator tag was issued by the Government of India for saffron, which is grown in Kashmir Valley. The availability of Geographical Indicator tag will make Kashmiri saffron more prominent in the export market and will also help farmers to get fair remuneration. Kashmiri saffron is the only saffron in the world grown at an altitude of 1600 meters. It is known for its unique features such as natural dark red color, pungent aroma, bitter taste, chemical process free processing, high quality color capability. Karevas in Jammu and Kashmir are world famous for its saffron or saffron cultivation. Kashmir Valley is an elliptical basin which is 140 kilometers long and 40 kilometers wide. Kareva was built in the Pleistocene epoch, when the entire Kashmir Valley was submerged. There are extensive lake deposits in Kareva, Kashmir Valley and Bhadarwah Valley of Jammu Division. Where are Svalbard Islands located? These islands are located in Norway. Svalbard is an island group in the Arctic Ocean, which is also the northernmost region of Norway. It is located between Norway and the North Pole, about 400 miles from the mainland of Europe. The Longyearbyen is located about 1300 kilometers, that is 800 miles from the North Pole, and is considered the main inhabited area of the Svalbard Islands with 2000 inhabitants. The temperatures in Norway's Svalbard archipelago have been recorded at a record high of 21.7 degrees Celsius, which crossed the 41-year-old record of temperature in Svalbard's Longyearbyen settlement. A report published last year stated that the regions of the Arctic islands are warming much faster than the other regions of the world. Experts say that more avalanches and landslides can be seen in this region due to increasing temperatures. It is important to note that constantly rising temperature may also pose a threat to Arctic wildlife such as polar bears, which are mainly dependent on sea ice. Which disease related to packaged salad products has infected the people in America? Cyclospora. More than 640 individuals in 11 states of the United States of America have been recently affected by the disease called Cyclospora. Cyclospora is believed to be a disease related to packaged salad products, which includes iceberg lettuce, red cabbage and carrots. The disease is caused by a microscopic single-celled parasite called Cyclospora cyatensis. Consumption of contaminated food or water with the presence of this parasite can cause Cyclospora infections in people. This disease is related to the intestines. This disease is highly communicable. Its symptoms are loss of appetite, weight loss, swelling, nausea, mild fever, weakness, and diarrhea. What is the name of the Bureau of Indian Standards mobile application recently released by the Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. So the name of this application is BIS Care. On 27th of July 2020, Mr. Ram Vilas Paswan, the Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, launched the BIS mobile app for consumers named BIS Care and 3 other portals by the name of Standardization, Conformity Assessment and Training of eBIS on www.manakonline.in. Consumers can use this app to check the authenticity of ISI marked and hallmarked products and lodge their complaint. This app can be operated in Hindi and English both. An important aspect of the functioning of the Bureau of Indian Standards is the issuance and monitoring of certification to ensure the implementation of its standards. Which organization has recently launched the innovation competition Dare to Dream 2.0 on the occasion of the 5th death anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former Indian president and a renowned scientist. So the name of this organization is DRDO, which is Defense Research and Development Organization. On 27th of July 2020, DRDO launched an innovation competition, Dare to Dream 2.0, on the occasion of the 5th death anniversary of the former president and renowned scientist, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. After the Prime Minister's evocation for Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, this scheme has been launched to promote individuals and startups for innovation in defense and aerospace technologies in the country and to encourage the emerging technologies related to this field. Dare to Dream 2.0 is an innovation competition to promote the country's innovators and startups. In this competition, the winners are selected after evaluation by an expert committee. The winning startup will be awarded Rs 10 lakhs and up to Rs 5 lakhs in the individual category as the prize money. Which neighbouring country of India in the Indian Ocean celebrated its Foundation Day recently? So the name of the country is Maldives. On 26th of July 2020, Maldives celebrated its 55th Foundation Day. The President Mr. Ram Nath Kovind and the Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi have congratulated the President of Maldives, Ibrahim Mohammed Solih, on this occasion. India has provided all possible assistance to Maldives in the current crisis of coronavirus pandemic. The Government of India has also provided 6.2 tons of essential medicines and 600 tons of essential food items to Maldives under its Sanjeevani Abhiyan. The land area of the Maldives is about 298 square kilometers, extending over 1200 coral islands, 600 kilometers southwest of Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean, of which only a few islands are inhabited by humans. The average elevation of these islands is about 1 meter. About 90% of the inhabited islands have been developed as tourist resorts, and the remaining islands are used for agriculture and other livelihood purposes. Muslims are the largest religious sect here. The capital of Maldives is Malé, which is the densely populated city in this country. What is the name of the weather forecast application launched by the Indian Meteorological Department? So the name of this application is Mausam. On 27th of July 2020, Dr. Harsh Vardhan, the Union Minister of Earth Sciences, launched a mobile application for the Indian Meteorological Department (IMD), which will provide weather forecast and warning for the city. The name of this app is Mausam. This application is designed and developed jointly by International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Pune, and the Indian Meteorological Department (IMD). It will provide information related to humidity, temperature, wind speed and direction for about 200 cities. The information in this application will be updated 8 times daily. It will also issue a warning for about 800 stations and districts in a period of 3 hours for local weather events and their intensity. This app will provide weather forecast for next 7 days for about 450 cities of India along with the weather related information of last 24 hours. It should be mentioned that Dr. Harshvardhan also launched the MOES Knowledge Resource Center Network KRC Net on this occasion. KRC Net is an ambitious project of the Ministry of Earth Sciences, Government of India, through which the knowledge products developed at MOES and its various institutions can be obtained through a centralized portal. The traditional libraries of the Ministry of Earth Sciences will be upgraded to a specific knowledge resource center under this network. All KRCs will be interconnected and integrated into the KRC Net portal. Which organization has launched the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan in collaboration with CSIR and Vigyana Bharati to promote rural development? So the name of the organization is IIT Delhi. The Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, TriFed, under Ministry of Tribal Affairs has signed an agreement with IIT Delhi to implement the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. The agreement was signed for tribal entrepreneurs working under TriFed's One Dhan Yojana to achieve over 2600 research assignments from several institutions which are a part of the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. With the new agreement, tribals engaged in minor forest produce will be able to access new processing technologies, mentorship, transformal digital systems, product innovation and hand holding. What is the name of the medical bed isolation system developed by the Defence Institute of Advanced Technology? So the name of this medical bed isolation system is ASHRAY. The Defence Institute of Advanced Technology, based at Pune, has developed a medical bed isolation system called ASHRAY to combat the rapid increase in COVID-19 cases and minimize the spread of this deadly virus in the country. It is important to note that DIAT has developed this system as a low-cost reusable solution to maintain proper isolation of COVID-19 patients. Which is the first drone training school in India approved by Directorate General of Civil Aviation? Bombay Flying Club. Bombay Flying Club, one of the oldest flying clubs in India, has become the first drone training school approved by Directorate General of Civil Aviation. DGCA has approved the club's application to conduct remote pilot training for remote piloted aircraft systems. It is important for all drones to be registered under DGCA and obtain a drone acknowledgement number. Friends, with this we come to the last question of this video. Which trust constituted by the Uttar Pradesh Sunni Central Waqf Board has announced the construction of a mosque in Ayodhya as per the Supreme Court verdict? So the name of this trust is Indo-Islamic Cultural Foundation. Let's understand it better. Uttar Pradesh Sunni Central Waqf Board has announced and constituted a trust for the construction of mosque in Ayodhya following the Supreme Court verdict. The name of this trust is Indo-Islamic Cultural Foundation. According to the official information, the Sunni Central Waqf Board has accepted 5 acres of land allotted to the mosque by the Uttar Pradesh government in Dhannipur village of Raunahi area. There will be a total of 15 members in this trust. It should be noted that a mosque, 2 centers to showcase Indo-Islamic culture, a charitable hospital and a public library will be built on 5 acres of land given by the Uttar Pradesh government to the Sunni Central Waqf Board. Zafar Ahmed Farooqi, chairman of the Sunni Central Waqf Board, will be the chief trustee and the president of the foundation set up for the construction of the mosque. Earlier in February 2020, as per the directions of the Supreme Court, a 15-member trust was formed for the construction of the Ram Temple, which was named Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra. So friends, with this we come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for being with us. We have tried to include few more important questions this time, which would be really helpful for you from the point of view of upcoming competitive exams. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share our video. In order to keep getting the updates on other current affairs related topics, please press the bell icon. Thank you.